study. Okay, study. And here we are. We have our next artist calling in. Hey, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, okay. So tell everybody who you are, what you do.
Yeah, my name is Marcus Christ. I'm a writer and a performer. I do stand-up, rap, and I also sing R&B.
Okay, awesome. Now, we just played your song, Lolo, here on Dream Chasers Radio, and I wanted to ask you a question. Did you write that song?
Yeah, that was one of my favorites, actually, because I wrote it for somebody, and I kind of, put some little codes in there so that a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, it's one of my favorite songs.
Awesome. So you wrote that song, and the process of writing that song, is that the same process you've used all along with all your songs, or is that something different that you found yourself doing that you've never done before?
Well, it evolved because when I started writing in 2005, it was just like from freestyling. I used to freestyle, but then I realized there's a difference between freestyling and writing an album, because you can see these rappers back in 106 in Park when they used to be like freestyle winners of like 5-6 weeks consecutively, and then when they put out an album, it flopped. Because I think when you're writing, you got to channel a little bit more. So my writing evolved, from 2005 till now.
That is something to note. When you're writing for an album and then when you're freestyling, it's totally different. And you're right. I mean, I didn't hear any more from these people. A lot of them did flop. Who was your inspiration?
Oh, man. Well, growing up, my inspiration really goes back to like Bob Marley. Michael Jackson was a big influence. So was Prince, Whitney Houston. Even nowadays, it's Kanye, and I really like Eminem. Like lyrically, I think he's like still top talent out there.
Definitely. When you heard of the news that Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston and all the greats that you've admired so much passed away, that affect you in any kind of way in your writing style or in your life or in your career?
Well, I just give it all up to God, because when it comes to being big like that, that's a heavy crown to wear. You don't really want to be in the spotlight too much. You just want to kind of get your 15 minutes in and get out. So those artists were like in the spotlight so much, and I think I felt like I grew to know them. Like Whitney, we hear about her and Bobby Brown and Michael Jackson playing with kids and stuff like that. So I guess, it's just got to give it up to God. He gives everybody something kind of to teach them something different, and they taught me something, and I can take that away from the experience that I had with those artists.
And what did you learn from those artists? Because you did say just now that they taught you something.
Right. Well, I mean, Michael was like, to me, he was like a master of the television. Like, he could get you with a look. He could come out with a new video with new visuals that you didn't really expect, and visuals that it's kind of hard to beat today. Like, if I wanted to do a cemetery scene right now and I had zombies coming out of the ground, it's kind of already been done. He turned into werewolves, any and everything. And then Whitney just had the voice that could just kind of chill your bones, like when she did the Star Spangled Banner.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, she was just way out there. And Rick James, he was just that party guy. Man, I'm just thinking about all these 80 artists, like you said. It's sad because I grew up with these people. I feel like I almost knew them.
Yeah, and it is something that becomes a personal experience for the person listening to the artist. Now, when you go out and people recognize you, what is that like to you? What does that feel like?
Well, I mean, it's weird because, I'm not really doing it for the fame, It's just more because I enjoy doing it, and I kind of feel like I should capitalize with it. Like, if you're good at doing something, you shouldn't do it for free. That's what I heard. So I'm just kind of trying to capitalize on one of my, I guess, pros I have. One of my pros, I guess, one of my positive tips,
Well, and it's something that, we all have to look at as an artist, is that chance that if you did make it, how would you cope?
I mean, I usually stay in my room. That's where I usually stay. Like, I like to be away from everybody, so I think that's how I would cope. I just try to stay to myself, like stay in my hotel room, stay in my my room and just kind of work, because when you work for yourself, when you start your own business, it's like it's never really time to rest. Even when I'm resting, I'm thinking about the money I'm missing out on or could be making. So it's like it's really almost stressful, but I know it'll get better.
Mhm. Mhm. Now, you're saying that you like to stay in your room, but as an artist, I don't think that's going to be possible. I mean, you could, but
I mean,
but I don't.
yeah, I'm not,
I
I
don't think
mean,
that's
I'll do the shows. I'll do a couple shows here and there. But I think as time goes on, all artists that I've noticed that are successful, they kind of elevate themselves, past rapping. You know what I mean? Like L. Cool J went in movies. Will Smith kind of took over the movies, and it's like Queen Latifah, and I can name like 20,000 other people. DMX. I mean, it's like you don't just do one thing. And then when they finish that, they write a book, and then after that, they do a talk show. So. The music thing, they might know me right now, but if I do things right, I'll be behind the scenes for the most part in in the next 5 years.
And is that someplace you see yourself?
Say sometimes I see myself?
Yes, is that someplace that you really truly see yourself evolving to?
I think I'm going to evolve to a point where I can basically tell people what needs to be told. Not like to tell them what to do, but just to inform them of what's going on, because sometimes they don't know. They're in another world, and we forget so quickly. Like after you hear a CD, you're going to forget like 5 minutes later. So I try to make it unforgettable so that the message can stay relevant.
Wow.
And I want to.
Now, your music, you said it evolved. It kind of developed from the freestyle to today with your writing. Your writing style in itself, do you particularly have a way that you like to write, or is it just something that comes as an inspiration?
Well, the first thing is get into production, and I used to do that myself, but now I work with Shadowville Productions, so that kind of eases things. Like I can focus on just writing instead of having to produce as well, and when that's just kind of where I have to go with it sometimes. But I think the bigger picture is in 5 years, I want MTB to be a brand, and I want it to be something that people can trust and rely in. I don't want to do anything that's too outside the box, but I do want to gain some attention just to bring it, some promotion to the product.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And I totally understand that, because you have a very ongoing momentum, and you want to keep that moving forward. Did you have a mentor as you were developing your craft, or was that you didn't have one?
Well, yeah, I did. I had one of my mentors was a guy named Kevin. He was with a group called CNC Cartier back in D.C., and he kind of gave me the basics, and then I just took that and kind of ran with it. And I've worked with other artists, but you could say I was his protege.
And it's important to have someone that you can actually call and talk to and get their criteria and kind of skip all the messed up parts. What was the biggest thing that you think that your mentor has done for you to help you move forward faster?
I think it's helping me move forward because it crossed so many lines, it went from it has a gospel feel to it, but it's also gangster, and then it's got the R&B singing tip, and then it's even got stand-up, just if you want to hear a show or something. So I think that's kind of like what the music's doing for me. But the question is, what am I going to do next? To an artist, it's like a blank canvas is like the scary thing, but it's also the most welcoming thing because it means that you finish one project and you're working on the next. That's what a blank canvas means to me, So I'm kind of working with another project right now, the Prince of the Universe, but that's going to be kind of like later on. Right now I'm still kind of bringing focus to the last project that I put out.
Okay. All right.
So.
Wow. And you have a lot of things going on with your career right now. Tell us one of the major things that you've done that just seemed to be almost impossible to accomplish, but yet now you have it done.
What I did recently was sent out so many emails to all these magazines, blogs, DJs, just kind of getting the information back out there, to remind them of the product. I think that's really important because, like I said, people forget, and I'm trying to make sure that this basically this is a business. Music is a business. I'm making sure that the business is secure, and I'm making sure that people have something that they can enjoy.
Yes, definitely. Well, tell everybody where they can reach you, and Instagram, Facebook, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, if you want to reach me, well, you can reach me right now on Dream Chasers. But if you want to reach me out there, you can always just check me out on Facebook at Mtb Entertainment. You can look up Marcus Christ on Spotify or on YouTube. I should be around. I'll be around somewhere. Right,
definitely. I want to thank you for being on the show, man. I have one question for you. What would be the biggest piece of advice that you would give someone who wants to be like you, who wants to follow in your footsteps, but they've reached a point where they don't know where else to go?
I think the thing that you have to kind of remember is that everybody wants to be somewhere they're not, and that includes the people at the top. They're always aiming for another spot, investing in some stock. When will they stop? Probably never. They want to get the wealth all for themselves. They even put some crappy CDs on the shelves just so they can sell. But that's not them all, just a few. So, if you just keep it real and you don't sit there and put on no little flim-flam, fuzzy crap, just keep it real, just stay true to yourself, that's the best advice I can give somebody.
Wow. And it's true. Everybody wants to do something that they currently don't do. You're right. Wow. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, man. And thank you for your music. And thank you for just, hey, and congratulations. Congratulations. You're back with us.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a big thing, man. It's a big thing.
Yeah,
it's not a small thing. It's a big thing. Yes, it's a big issue, and we all want the best for you here at Dream Chasers. Okay.
Thank you.
You keep going, and definitely, you have any updates, you give us a call. We'll do updates with you. Okay.
All right, I got y'all.
All right then. Thank you so much, and good night. And again, congratulations.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, good night. There you go. There it is. That's Dream Chasers for today. I am YaYa Diamond, and I got nothing else to say because, again, I think I said this last week, if you didn't get it today, there's nothing I can do for you. Going after your goals, going after your business goals, going after your dreams is something you're going to have to determine in your mind if you can do it or not. If you want to do it or not. It's your choice. It's not my choice. It's not my decision. I can't do it for you. I can only sit here on the air and tell you that there are people who are doing it, and you can too. I want to thank you for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio, and I am your host, YaYa Diamond. Until next week, Sunday, because this week we're giving a full break because we have a lot of different things we have to change in the station, and we're updating and we're adding more services. So you want to go ahead and tune in as soon as we're updating our website. We're updating everything. It's getting a major overhaul one more time because next year, January, we have another show coming on the air on WKDW 97.5 FM called Confessions. So that's going to be very interesting, and I'll tell you how to be on that show as soon as we get everything up and running, and I'm hoping for the end of January. So please keep your ears and eyes to Dream Chasers Radio, and thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you again next week, Sunday. Good night, everybody, and don't forget to what? Dare to be different.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can seem intense. Like breakup R&B intense.
I thought you said you loved the sweater that I got you. If you didn't, you could have told me.
Geico makes it easy. Just go to Geico.com anytime to update or check your policy without all the extra drama.
I even had a gift receipt.
Cold weather is here, so stay warm with the most thoughtful sale of the year. Now through Monday, you can get up to $175 off the Nest Learning Thermostat. It learns your schedule and the temperature you like, so it keeps you comfortable when you're home and turns itself down when you're gone, which means it can help you save energy all year long. Get it at the Home Depot now and save on the Nest Learning Thermostat while you still can. Now less is more cozy. Get $50 off now and up to $125 back from Southern California Edison. Limit 1. Terms apply for eligible utility customers.